Hi, this is Xane Daniel. I wanted to thank you so much for participating in this meditation and activation. This is not just a guided meditation, but it is an activation. I work with an extra-dimensional collective called the Hathors. They're very powerful, and by listening to the sound of my voice, you're being activated by the Hathors. And as with all high vibrational energy activations or attunements, it's important for you to know that this can result in a little bit of a recovery period. So don't be surprised if you feel extra tired or extra wide awake. Drink plenty of water after you listen to this, and this recovery period could actually take a couple of days for you to get over. But understand that if you do experience a recovery period, you've gone through quite the transformation. To use the Monday meditations as intended, I invite you to listen to each one all week, every day, until the next Monday meditation releases, and then use that one every day for a week. Each time you listen to them, they will become more and more integrated into the amazing being that you already are. Get into a comfortable position and take a nice big deep breath. And relax as you exhale. Take your shoulders and release them. Your hands, your feet, your belly, your jaw, your tongue, your face. Relax all the muscles. They are no longer necessary. And relax the thoughts as well. Because what we're doing right now is we're going to focus on the third eye chakra. It's right in the center of the brain. This is the place where DMT is created. This is the place where you gain insight into your intuition. Thoughts are no longer necessary because thoughts are created by the brain's main function. But here we want to access your intuition, a higher place, the type of information that your brain can never produce. And so every time I ask you to take a breath, I want you to picture that breath coming in through your forehead, just above your eyes, all the way to the center of your head, on its way to your lungs. And when you breathe out, you'll breathe out in all directions, not just out of your mouth or your nose, but everywhere. So I want you to take a breath in, picturing a white light coming through your forehead to the center of your brain and filling your lungs. And hold it and release in all directions. Every breath brings insight. It brings the truth. It brings the correct answer to any question you might have. not the brain. The brain does not produce that. The third eye does. You are receiving the information from a divine place. This divine place is universal knowledge. It knows absolutely everything about everything. And when you ask your third eye any question, you will get a real, true answer that will be unmodified by that filter we call a brain. And we'll know that this is true because it won't feel like a guess. It won't feel like a prediction. It will simply feel like you've known it all along, but you just never asked. Every time you breathe in, you're bringing in that information, that insight, that energy that fills your entire body with light, with knowledge, with confidence, with understanding. If you're confused, you have clarity. If you're lost, you have direction. All you have to do is let the third eye work. And each time you bring a breath in, you're filling the third eye with light, and you're expanding it to become larger and larger inside your head. It becomes an energy center that keeps growing in size until it's much bigger than you could ever imagine being as a 3D physical being. It's knowing that you are perfect exactly as you are. It's knowing that everything is perfect exactly as it is. It's knowing that you are on the correct path. Your journey is going exactly according to plan. There is nothing that you have to do at all. You don't have to modify anything. You don't have to adjust anything. In this moment, you are exactly where you're supposed to be. And all of the times that you spend worrying about the future, wondering if you're on the right path, wondering if you're fulfilling your life's mission, you already are. All of that and so much more. You haven't made any mistakes along the way. You feel like you have, but you haven't. You've been guided. You've been following the recipe. You are exactly on track. So that place where you predict the future and worry about, oh, I hope this doesn't happen or that does happen, or it goes on, is completely unnecessary. That comes from the brain. But when you dive directly into the third eye, you know this already. Many of you are laughing right now saying, yeah. I already knew all this. It's good confirmation, though. So remember this as you take a nice big deep breath in, knowing that everything is exactly as it is supposed to be. And breathe out any doubts of that statement. They're lies. We're done with those. This is about truth. We're going to do a third eye chakra activation. I'm going to say breath in. You're going to take a nice big deep breath. You're going to hold it and wait for me to make an explosive sound. It will be a little loud, and this will be a transformation of your third eye chakra. An increase in size, an increase in capacity, an ability for even more to flow through. Breath in. Oi! Excellent. You might be seeing things now if you haven't already. Seeing space, stars, planets. You might be seeing other dimensions, beings that you've never even imagined. You might be seeing something that's supposed to be happening or something important in your life. Maybe you're seeing someone who you need to reach out to. This place of truth is very easy to access. You can come back to this meditation, or you can just sit quietly and focus your energy, your wonder, your excitement, your gratitude, your unconditional love in the direction of your third eye, right in the center of your head, and you can ask it any question. You'll either receive the answer through some auditory or visual communication, or you'll just suddenly think to yourself, well, I already knew that. And that's because you received the answer. Seconds ago, you didn't know. And then all of a sudden you would, or you do. The third eye is a connection to your true soul self. It's a bridge, but it can be so much more than that. It can be who you are. It can be your true self. I want you to try something for me. I want you to use your creativity right now, because creativity is a pathway that your higher self or your guides can use to access. I want you to picture an object. Whatever object it is, picture it. That came out of your creativity. That object that you're now picturing, you weren't picturing a moment ago, and it just suddenly appeared. Now you should ask yourself, was that a truly random object that I selected, or does it have some significance? You might be surprised to see that it has significance. This is just the first step toward accessing information that has always been available to you, but perhaps you haven't been using it. I want you to take another big, deep breath through your third eye. And out breath in all directions. Feeling that expansion continuing with each breath. By now, your third eye chakra is as large as your entire body. With each breath, it's gotten larger and larger, flowing with energy. You've probably never even felt anything like this before. This is the true you. With the brain out of the way, this is how you access all of that insight, all of that possibility. You are multidimensional. And the bridge that connects you, your third dimensional self, to your multidimensional self is right here, right in the center of your head. You can do anything from here. You can manifest. You can create. You can listen. You can know, and you can just be. Just be your true multidimensional self, even if just for a moment or two. This brings you back to your true source, your true self, and reminds you that this 3D journey that you're on is just a pleasurable distraction from your true multidimensional self. Another big deep breath. Feeling that third eye expand even further. It's now the size of the room that you're in. And as you keep breathing, it continues to get larger and larger. And then you realize, why would it just be the size of a room? A 3D space? It's so much bigger. Your third eye chakra is actually as large as all of existence. You are not held back by the confines of linear 3D space. If this is how you access universal knowledge, why would it be that small? It will contain absolutely everything that exists. It is a playground for you to find anything that you might want, to experiment, to create. And there's no reason that it's even associated with your 3D body or your 3D brain. Your third eye chakra is all of existence. And every time you breathe in through it, this truth becomes more and more real. But you're here on a vacation. You are all of existence, but you've chosen to forget that so that you can experience all of existence through the limited perspective of a 3D being. This 3D being has a name. It has the illusion of separation. It has a mushy physical body. And for the most part, you believe that it's you. It's a great illusion. It's so good that you buy it. And to break the illusion every once in a while and see the truth is like its own little vacation. So enjoy it here. And then in a few minutes, you'll return to being this separate 3D being that you've agreed to believe that you are. But you aren't. And you'll believe it as you go about your 3D linear time existence, believing that there's a past and a future, that there was a younger you and an older you. But there is actually just one you. It's the timeless you that is everything. So enjoy these little vacations from one another, because that's why they're there. To create more experience, to create more learning, to create fulfillment and failure, to create doubt and worry, to create gratitude and love. And now with each breath, I want you to begin returning to this 3D illusionary body with your fake name and your material clothing inside this physical building with squared off walls and ceilings and floors to protect you from the scary 3D planet that has bugs and weather, cold and heat. To live as a primitive 3D being and enjoy the pleasures and avoid the pains of what we call life. And now you can feel your fingers, you can feel your hands, your feet, and your shoulders, your tongue, and your face. The chair or the bed or the floor that you're sitting or laying on. The temperature of the room on your skin. But there's one thing we're not going to do. We are not going to change the size of your third eye chakra. We're going to keep it just as large as all of existence. So enjoy that continuous insight and knowledge, this truth that flows through you, and continue the rest of your life with this added superhero benefit, allowing you to see everything differently, everything from the perspective of limitlessness. If you thought you had it all figured out before, just wait. You're going to be even more confident, and you are going to know even deeper that you know nothing. And that's a wonderful place to be. When you're ready to feel that expansion in your daily life, to return to linear time, and to really dive in and enjoy the pleasures and the pain that this existence provides on this vacation, you can open your eyes. As always, thank you so much for participating in this meditation. I highly recommend you listen to it each day until the next one is released next Monday. I love you unconditionally, and I'll see you in the next one.